Hello, my friends. We are back, and we're here just to do a little bit of jumping. The problem with YouTube sometimes is the music. So I'm going to do this without music just because I want to help you understand how to jump and how to use a trampoline in the best way possible. I'm using a 48-inch rebounder, and I like springs. Why do I like the springs? Because the springs are excellent to have a very consistent resistance, a very consistent bounce. The springs are made by machines, and the machines kind of spit those coils out pretty precisely, and that gives us a really good bounce. Because when I'm bouncing, I need to have a really perfect surface where my knees are not pronating and it's not too hard or too rigid, because that would be bad on my ankles and my knees. Now, when we're jumping, we do not jump up. We're not trying to go way, way, way up, even though that's fun. I call that baby bouncing, because the children jump up. They want, to jump and fly in the air, and that's really great. But up here we have zero G-force, and we're not so interested in zero G-force. We're more interested in when we're bottoming out, landing, or decelerating, because that's where the extra force comes in. All you have to do is touch your legs to feel the extra contraction, to feel the extra activity, muscular activity. When we jump, I really want you to jump with shoes. You can always jump without shoes. I mean, it's not like it's illegal to jump without shoes. But why do I jump with shoes? I jump with shoes because it helps me keep a good posture. Because if I'm without shoes, my heels are gonna sink into the mat, and to compensate, because I can't jump like this. I'm gonna push onto my feet, onto the balls of my feet, and that's going to start to fire up my calf muscles, and you'll start to feel a lot in your calf muscles as opposed to feeling it into the rest of your legs, up into your glutes. So when I jump, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to push down, push down, push down. Watch my knees. It's called what we call shock absorbing. So I push down, push down. My shoulders are practically still. I mean, they're moving, but they're not moving that much. So if I do not shock absorb, watch my head and watch my shoulders. If you put your hand on your shoulder, you'll feel that you're really bottoming out on your shoulder and in your cervical region, which could be kind of cumbersome if you have problems with your neck. So what we're trying to do is from your waist down, we're going to use the legs. We're going to use legs, and we're going to go up and down and up and down, and your knees become that point where they're like springy. They're like springs. So they're like springs. So they coil and push and coil and push and coil and push up and down. And that gives you the movement to reduce a little bit of that shock absorption on up to your shoulders. So you're going to push down, push down. The other thing is when we're jumping, there's music. So sometimes people feel a little uncertain on how to get to the next movement. We use movements. Like when I say 4 jumping jacks, it's 4, open, 4, close, and 4, open. And then when I say doubles, it's going to be 2, and 2, and 2, and 2, another 2, and 2. Now let's try singles, and open, and close, and open, and close, and 4, and 3, and 2, and stop. But the beat of the music, when you hear that, the drums, it's down, down, towards the floor, towards the floor. If I want to bring it up, I start adding the shock absorbing from my knees, and I can then start to fly if I want to. When I want to fly, taking my feet off the mat, is because I'm using my thighs to command the movement. So I push into the mat and I pull off the mat using my thighs and not my ankles. Because a lot of people try to push or try to translate the jump like they would do it on the ground. So they're rolling their foot and they try to jump off the ground, because when I'm on the floor, I have to roll my feet in order to jump off the floor. When you're on a trampoline, you don't do that anymore. You don't roll your feet to jump on a trampoline. You push down, and you have the springs that give you that extra push to go back up, and that helps you bounce. Now, if you can, put your hands on your tummy, and you'll feel a dragging action. This dragging action, you'll feel it, is deceleration. Now, that deceleration will condition your body But in the beginning, we got to be careful. This is very important for everyone to understand. Sometimes there's people start to jump, and they start to notice that they have, a little bit of leakage, urine leakage. And that can happen because if our connective tissue has not been worked out for a long time, or we've had a pregnancy, or we're a little bit, on in years and we're not used to jumping activities, we might have some problems with our pelvic floor and prolapsed internal organs. So, how do we get around that? And don't jump. Okay, if I don't jump, the situation can probably just get worse, because I am a proponent for fixing problems, not just giving up. So how do we fix a problem? Well, the first thing is you don't jump. You don't jump. I'm just moving left and right. I'm left and right. Look at my hands. Now look at my hands. Now there is activity going on here. It's up to my shoulders. It's up to my arms. Now if I go down to the floor and I do the same movement, you will see less movement on my hands. My hands aren't moving because I'm on a stable surface. So even if we have problems with our connective tissue, we can start to adapt or condition our connective tissue to then get stronger. And how we do that? So we start slow. We always start slow. Please start slow, because so many people want everything so fast. But when you talk about growing and changing and conditioning your body will always respond, but your body doesn't want to be attacked. Your body wants to hey, let's go this way. And your body's like, okay, I'll come along, but don't attack me to do it, okay? So we can always, jump like this, move like this. This is already going to help your lymph return. This is already going to kick up your lymph return almost 1,000%. So you're going to drain. Now, if you're overweight, let's say you're 20 pounds overweight, and you have you really want to get back into shape, I would not advise running, because there's just too much excess weight on your joints. So we could do this. This is going to help our microcirculation. It's going to help us drain. It's going to help your venous return. It's going to help your lymph return. And it's a great way to start, especially when you consider you might have excess weight, which is going to bottom out during the deceleration. So don't think you have to immediately start to jump, because it's not necessary. And it will absolutely be the best way to get your gravity receptors going, get your connective tissue conditioning, start to condition your connective tissue, and also to help you with your balance. Other thing we can do for our connective tissue is lying on the trampoline. A lot of people doing trampolines, they do this. We jump on a trampoline, and I'm really not, I don't have to, I can bounce here as well if I want to, but it's not necessary. We just need to push down. When I push down, protect your neck. Please protect your neck, because obviously you have a lot of force during the deceleration phase on your neck. So I'm helping my neck, pushing down. If you put your hand on your tummy, you'll feel your tummy getting tighter and stronger. This is going to help our connective tissue, but it's not on a vertical axis. Being on a horizontal axis, this helps us get results without, pulling on our internal organs. And the nice thing is that our connective tissue will adapt. It will adapt. Another thing that we can always do, reminding all my friends out there, we can always do Kegel exercises when we're sitting in front of, Kegel exercise you can do anywhere. No one knows that you're doing them. You just pull in your internal, organs. I'm just going to say it like that. You pull it in like you have an elevator that's pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. Hold it in, hold it in, hold it in, and relax. And pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Hold it in, and relax. And we can do that while we're, traveling, or while we're at work, or while we're even watching our boss talk at a conference. The other thing that we can do, always for our connective tissue, is to interrupt your urine every single time that you go into the bathroom. You go in, you hold it, you stop it, and then you let the natural process of your body letting it go. And you do that 2 or 3 times every single time you go to the bathroom. And it seems a little cumbersome in labor, like you have to work at it. But the truth of the matter is, it does help your pelvic floor. It does help, your internal organs get stronger, and it does help you in the long run to reduce leakage, especially when you're jumping. So no need to jump, just push into the mat. Keep your feet flat. Don't use your ankles. Shock absorb with your legs. Push down on every single beat of your percussions. When you say bum, 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 it's down, 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 down. And start slow. Please start slow. Because your body's this amazing machine. I am so enchanted and incantato with the body, because the body is just such this amazing machine that we can condition and adapt and work with, and it will respond every single time. But the nice thing is do not attack your body. Be very nice to your body and let your body change in its own time and necessity. Okay? Thank you so much for following me. Do not hesitate to write me and send me your questions. I've been working with SuperJump for over 15 years. Have a lot of scientific studies already published on what jumping can do for you. Rebounding, jumping, trampoline, call it what you will. But it is really good for your body. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy it. Share this video if you enjoy it. And I'll see you soon here on Jill Cooper Super Jump Rebounding Workouts. Bye.